Honest Conversation. It's me, Renata Williams, and Janetta Surratt, my mother, and we just wanted to talk to you today about, and we're talking specifically to the ladies. Some of this can also be relevant to the men, but we're mostly, my channel focused on the women. So we want to talk about why red flags and warning signs important. So I want to start this conversation basically saying a lot of times we put ourselves in situations that can be prevented. For instance, there is so much going on in the world today because we are in the last days. For instance, situations that's been going on a lot. I know women, we want to date. We want to feel loved. We want the significant others. But at the same time, as mothers, you are the protection. You are the protector of your daughters and your sons. So you have to be very careful on who you choose because this can be either a detriment to your family or it can be an actual blessing. Most of the time, it's been ending in a detriment. It hasn't been going well. So we have to be very careful if we're going to date. A lot of people have been losing their lives. A lot of pregnant women, a lot of women that are married to their husbands. A lot of this has been going on so much in these last days. Boyfriends killing their girlfriends and the children and taking themselves out or just going to jail. It's been so many incidents that we have to start asking ourselves, because I keep seeing the same scenarios. We got to start asking ourselves, is it really about me having somebody or having a significant other? So I guess we got to start asking ourselves the question, is this about me and my needs and me only, and we're not including our children in this? Which we should always include our children. We should always give a person a time frame of showing us who they truly are before we even introduce them to our kids or move them in or anything like that. If they're giving you red flags off top, don't take this as like, oh, I can change them or they'll change as time goes on. If they're showing you signs of threatening you or being aggressive or just acting out of character where it can get worse, let them go. Don't think that you can change somebody, and don't, because only a person can change themselves. You can't change anybody. So we have to be very careful when we are dating. If they're giving warning signs, red flag, we got an intuition, we feel bad, something gonna happen, take that into consideration. What do you feel about this situation?
I feel that a lot of us is putting too much of our stuff on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, um, um, all the
Social media.
social media. Um, they put all their baby pictures of their kids from newborn to up to date. The women telling everything, every move they make. If they put in their locations. If they go out with friends, they do too much, and that's how most of these men that is killing these women is finding out everything. If they got a new boyfriend or they moved, they put their new location. So we have to be careful of what we do on social media. I noticed there's no privacy anymore. you know I guess people do it is because they want to show everybody that they're doing something important, or they want likes, or I don't know what it is, but you need to move in silence. You don't need to let the whole world know what you're doing from day to day. I also see, like she said, red flags. Once you meet somebody, if you meet them on the street or online, don't really give them your real name first. Tell them your middle name or whatever name you want to give them. Don't let them know where you stay at. Don't let them know where you work at. Don't let them know nothing about you. It's not like you being dishonest. You being careful, because you don't know what people's mind frame is today. It's a lot of people out here got demons in them. Here you go.
So we have to like take precautions now that we're dating, knowing what's going on in the world. You have to be cautious about everything you do. Even if you're dating, you don't have children. It's about, you being precautious about your life, because life is precious. A lot of people don't look at life like that anymore. They don't care. They can take your life and have no remorse. So you have to be cautious. Like she said, have a system that you set up where you say, I don't give my real address. I don't roll with nobody on the first day. I will meet you there. Stuff like that. You have to be cautious. You can't just give people all the information. Like I said, give them a trial period where they have to pass, and after they do, you start giving them little bits and pieces, not your whole life story. You have to start taking precautions. And a lot of things I've seen that took place where people were getting themselves hurt or getting the kids hurt is you rush too fast into these relationships. You don't give it no time to grow, none of that. A couple weeks pass, maybe a month, you're moving them in, he moving in, he around your kids, they ain't met them, and then they start showing their true colors because you didn't give them enough time to actually even show their true colors yet. So that's why I'm saying, as a mother and you're the protector and you're a single mother, or you co-parenting, which is a single mother, you have to be careful. It's better to be careful than sorry at the end of the day. These kids didn't ask to be here. We are their protectors, and we have to be very cautious on how we do that. Have a system in place. Then, like she said, also, a lot of people, if you need validation for who you're dating, if you need everybody to tell you he cute or he whatever you need online, you have to. If it ain't social media accepted, then you don't accept the relationship. You got inner work to do. It's a lot of stuff you need to work on. You don't need to be dating, so that need to be out to the side. What you need to focus on is yourself, because you're lacking self acceptance, self-love, a lot of things that you need to work on, because you should not need validation from nobody but yourself. So if you got to put that man on Facebook, if you got to let everybody know what y'all doing and all that, and you can't do that in the privacy of your home without everybody knowing your business, then you need to go give yourself some self-love, because it starts with the inner, not the outer. And you should love yourself within your soul, your spirit. And if you don't, then you don't need to be dating. And a lot of us, we don't. And that's why we do all this social media. I want to post my children all on here. I want to post you need to be working on yourself. And that's the problem with us. We too busy trying to compete with the next person. If you're doing that, you trying to beat the Joneses or the next chick that you got beef with or whatever the case may be, that's self-healing. You got a lot of work to do. You should be forgiving them people and not even caring what them people are doing. Living your best life. And when you living your best life, you don't need to tell everybody what you're doing at all times, because you don't care what they think. So a lot of people, it's just a lot of things can be prevented, but yet we don't take the precaution. Just because social media is out here for, every blue moon, say stuff, show stuff, but not every little move you making, every little thing you doing. You got a new boyfriend, that last relationship didn't work, that ain't nobody's business but you and that man. Especially if you know the last man is toxic and he then threatened your life and your kid's life. You should be taking the precaution to hide yourself so he can't come after you or your new boyfriend or your children. Not posting your new boyfriend online so he can come and hurt y'all, because y'all be taking threats as a joke, and it's not a joke. It's a warning. The Most High is allowing this man to warn you so that you can take the precautions you need to protect you and your family. Don't take anything when somebody threaten you. Don't take that as a joke. It's not a joke, and it's not cute. He loved me. That's why he's still tripping over me. No, because if somebody threaten your life, that's not love. Love does not hurt. A man that love you gonna let you go. He gonna say, I wasn't the man to give her what she need. Maybe the next man can. And he'll go on with his life. If he threaten your life, he don't love you. That means you meant nothing to him. If he could take your life and take you from your family, your loved ones, he never loved you. You was something to do. And then when that something to do wanted to move on, He like, if I can't have you, nobody else can. That is an evil spirit.
It's selfish.
And it's selfish. So y'all need to stop looking at stuff as toxic stuff is healthy. It's not. I know that's what we've been taught, and that's what we see in these celebrity relationships that they want to present. But you got to understand, half of that is fake. It's just entertainment. It's not real.
During the dating game, we always trying to show our best, but us being women, we need to sit back and shut our mouth and watch and pay attention to the red flags. Sometimes we see these red flags and we just like, oh, he'll be all right. You know, we can't do that when we have kids. We have to be really paying attention to everything someone do, not just look over it and say, oh, it's okay. Another thing we need to do is don't tell a man what you're looking for, because once you tell a man what you're looking for, he try to be that perfect man for you to fool you. So when a man asks you what is you looking for, just say, well, somebody like you, so they can be comfortable and have their guard down. But once you tell them, I'm looking for this, and this, and that, they'll do that for a couple months. And then you in love and you ooh and ahhing, and then he show his true colors. You like, oh, I didn't sign up for this. This ain't the man I wanted. But you told him that's what you wanted. So that's one thing you never do. You never tell no one what you're looking for. There's anything else you need to say?
Yeah, I just want to say that was a perfect example. When you're dating, never tell a man what you want, because he's gonna betray that, and then when he feel like he has you in a comfortable position, he will show his true colors. So you do need to be careful on that. The whole point I'm making here is to say that you really don't have to date. You already have a husband, and that's my whole segment of receiving the man God has for you. You already have a husband that is willing to give you everything and anything that you want out of a man. He's already going to be everything you want. Just like when you come into who you truly are, you're going to be the woman he wants. But a lot of us, we don't get that. And the only way you will receive that and become that wife is when you tap into your higher self in the Most High God. So, yeah, you have to do the work. And that's what my channel is for. It's showing you how to get there, how to do the work, receiving the man God has for you. You know, so you have to understand, you don't have to be on the dating apps. You don't have to be on Facebook trying to attract a man. You don't have to be out here trying to attract a man. You don't have to go out of your character and try to find what you're looking for, because you already have it. So I want you to tune in next week and catch our next episode. And I want you to also check out my YouTube and start looking at the videos and becoming that woman you need to be, that wife you need to be. You're not already the wife you need to be. God does not give you your soul partner until you start becoming the wife you're supposed to be. You prepare first before you get that husband. You don't just go into that situation.
Like Esther prepared.
Yes, just like our ancestors in the Bible. They prepared for a year. When the man, like Boaz and Ruth, when he found her, she was doing her will. That's where he found her at, doing her will. So you have to be doing the same thing. You can't be out here thinking that being toxic, thinking all this is cute, being hood, doing all this unnecessary stuff you're doing is going to attract a good man. Because your energy attracts what you put out. So if you out here, you clubbing, you hanging out with your friends late at night, that's your main priorities, and you meeting these dudes at the club or online, 9 times out of 10 you're going to attract the wrong type of man. But if you taking the time, you healing, you doing self-healing, you doing self-love, you working on yourself and your children, and that's where your energy goes, then the Most High's like, okay, she's ready for that husband. She's becoming a wife. But you're going to attract what type of energy you putting out. So it's all going to be based off of you at the end of the day. And we can't blame nobody or point no fingers. We have to take accountability for what we do. Our children. There's nobody to blame when we don't protect them but ourselves. So we have to be more accountable for stuff and stop pointing fingers. Oh, the daddy wasn't there. It don't matter. If he's not there, then we are the protectors. So we have to start doing better, ladies. We need to start doing better. And we can. It always starts somewhere, and it starts with us. So I just want to say that little piece, and I hope that this helped. Anything else you want to say?
No, that's it.
I hope you have a blessed day. All praises to the Most High, and much love.